Hey, it's lit. Welcome to RGTP. You already know the drill. Moving on to our last big topic. We're moving on to the NBA free agency and Olympic talks. Shout out to USA men's won gold.
Yes, sir.
They
Kevin
won
Durant,
gold. The
20
women
Yeah,
are
they won gold
competing
last
for gold
night.
as well.
Who?
The women, they face Japan's women's team for gold.
Yep.
I seen this is their seventh straight, and there's like two people on the women's team who are looking to set a record for 5 gold medals.
Yep.
Wow.
Women's been balling. Obviously, basketball in this country is very, very superior. Top notch. Shout out to the men's team. Shout out
Got to
to
eat our words.
It's very superior, but the other countries are starting to get it.
So
They are.
I was reading this article the other day though about the men's Winter Olympics, or I mean not Winter Olympics, but the basketball Olympics, and it was saying how like we're superior in basketball, but all of our teams, like our NBA teams, are people from different countries.
Yes.
Different countries.
Oh, yeah.
Our actual Olympics basketball team is made up of mainly Americans, so they feel like they could have done so much better because now they're competing against countries that are now playing our NBA teams.
Mhm.
So like we're actually not up there when it comes to basketball anymore compared to other races.
Yeah, we're not as dominant. I'll
Oh,
take
yeah.
gold medal though.
They shattered our 24-0 record this year.
Yeah,
we lost to
we lost to France in the very
France.
first game.
It was the only
We lost,
was-
yeah,
and then
Got
and
a
then,
revenge game.
and we got our revenge
played
game
them,
in the
we
gold
played
medal.
them for the gold, and they only won by like 4 or 5 points.
I think it was 87-83.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's
It was tough.
not your usual blowout
Oh,
in the in Team USA.
I know if you look up a couple years ago, I think like 2 Olympics ago, we were beating teams by like an average of like 35, 40 points.
Yeah.
It was just
Like,
totally.
who did we play that we beat by like 40 though? Is it?
This Olympics, I think we beat Iran by 35. I think
It was but it's
Yeah,
crazy
we bodied them by like
you went to
35.
go bet on that game. The spread for that game was 40.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
it wasn't insane.
They were like, we know you guys are gonna win by 40 or more. They won by like 38. Like, imagine not covering a 40-point spread by 2 points. So I'd be pissed.
Speaking of Durant is actually signing his extension, 4-year, 198 mil to stay with the Brooklyn Nets.
Staying with the Nets.
So it looks like this would be a potential career-ending destination. I believe it'll ride him out till he's about 36, 37 around there. Depending on how he plays, he could have one more big payday for like a 1+1. Sign the 2-year max with a player option.
He's gonna get another.
But it looks like
4 years.
KD's in Brooklyn to stay. Looks like KD is there. Kawhi signing his extension, his 2+1.
Andre Iguodala back to the Warriors.
Iggy back to the Warriors.
Like I said,
Shiesty. I
I'm
know
a psychic with
you
this
did
shit.
say that on
I'm a
last
psychic
week's show,
with
so I'll give you that. On the Kawhi situation, the 1+1, he'll be paid. I think it's 36 mil to be injured and miss this year. He'll most likely decline his player option next year to sign his big deal. Clipper or not a Clipper fan?
Huh?
It depends.
What about the Clippers?
Kawhi.
He'd be a Clipper.
Oh yeah, no, he should still be here. Like
He should. Or
he
will.
should still be. You never know
He
what
will. You don't
happens
sound confident.
because
Hot take.
no, I'm not confident about anything because I've been a Clippers fan for a little while and they've never given me any confidence. We make the playoffs and I know we're going to choke in the second round. Surprisingly, we choked in the third round
This year,
Right.
Yeah, we choked in the third. Granted, that was without Kawhi. Paul George showed like, hey, I can be your number one. But Shea Gilgeous, he also got extended, and kind of wish we kept him. Not gonna. I really like Shea, and the Clippers make good moves this year to make up for Kawhi being absent. We got Justice Winslow. We re-signed Batum. They re-signed Reggie. They drafted Jason Preston to be hopefully the future point guard. Keon Johnson, I was telling you this. He looks good on both ends of the floor. Clippers, we got a squad, but we're going to choke. That's what they do.
Paul George.
That's what they do.
Paul George is gonna average like 26 points this year.
With Reggie's 20, right?
With Reggie's 20, 100%.
And I cannot believe that that's really how
Kawhi-
Reggie Jackson.
Kawhi Leonard is gonna come back with 2 to 3 months in the season. I heard. Maybe like if it all works out the right way and he doesn't need any extra rehab or anything like that. He'll be back with 2 to 3 months left in the season. So I'm assuming that's after the All-Star break and stuff like that.
Right around.
Depending on their standing, I feel like I don't think they're gonna be doing that. That was bad, buddy. I'm sorry.
That was us, Mamba.
My bad. There's a noise in my house and I don't know what it is.
So the ice cream truck just rolled by and you looked out the window.
Yeah.
Like you just looked out the window in our street. But depending on the Clippers and how they're doing without Kawhi, and then pretty much what they do this year in the playoffs, if they make it to the playoffs or not, I feel like Kawhi is giving it one more chance. You know, like let's see what we do when I'm not injured in the playoffs. Because with Kawhi, I feel like the Clippers would have probably won. You know what I'm saying? They should have won. So I don't know. But I think Kawhi's going to stay. And if they don't win a chip, he's out.
It's over.
He's out. He's going somewhere else.
Well, it'll be a sad day when he leaves because I highly doubt we win, man. I really do. I have no faith in my teams. My teams do nothing but choke, man. It's just what my teams do. So
man.
I'm used to it at this point. I know what to expect. I don't get my hopes too high. But yeah, I hope Kawhi comes back.
Hey man, my team choked 2 playing games. He's coming back next year.
Speaking of the Warriors, Curry is expected to sign his 4-year,
$215 million extension.
$15 million extension to stay in the Bay Area, stay up in Golden State, and hang out with those boys.
That's gonna wash him out.
I believe Trae Young's also due up for his extension. Luka. So there's a lot of money getting thrown around right now. There's a shit ton of deals. Yeah. Both of them are getting ready to sign rookie deals. I believe Ayton is up for an extension coming up too.
Any talks on Ben yet? Has he signed his
all the rumors are he wants to go to the Warriors.
Yeah, that's the last thing I saw.
Not true. He wants to go to a California team. There's 4 teams there, but yes, the Warriors are the only team that can get him because the Clippers have no picks, the Lakers have no picks. And I damn sure know Sacramento don't want his ass.
We'll give him Zubac.
Oh, please.
Bro.
Y'all would have to give up Paul George. But
we get Ben.
Most likely it's going to be Golden State. But
where do you put him?
That is the issue. They lost leverage already. The original deal that the 76ers wanted was Andrew Wiggins, Wiseman, pick 7, 14, and 2 more first rounders just for Ben. So the Warriors were like, go suck a dick. You're crazy. I'm not basically giving you 6 players for 1. It's not happening. But essentially what happens now is 7 and 14 was Kuminga and Moody.
Yeah.
Those are players now. So you have to sell the 76ers on, we drafted this guy and it might not fit for you, but you should just take him. And now it kind of doesn't really work.
So they do need a point guard.
So they lost a lot of leverage now, considering they didn't take that deal at first. And now Ben doesn't really have much to get back, really. I don't know what Ben's play here is. But Morey came out and made his big he screenshotted the league's best plus minus, and it was 76ers was Ben, Green, Curry, Tobias, and Embiid, I think was the 5 that had like the highest plus minus. And he posted it, and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, y'all gonna run it back, and we're still gonna suck." Yada yada yada. Blah, blah, blah. So it doesn't look great for the 76ers. I think they only re-signed Korkmaz and brought in Niang from the Jazz. So that's basically
And
the
Green,
exact
they
same.
re-signed Green as well, 2-year, $20 million.
And Danny Green, yeah. They're basically the exact same team again. It's like a whole running back system. So no Golden State for you, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Y'all not getting Ben.
Pretty much.
Not this year.
I saw a
It's
great.
like I wouldn't know
tweet.
where to put him anyways. So
It said if Ben Simmons gets traded to the Warriors, you lock that man in the gym 10 hours a day with either Steph or Clay until that man gets his jumper down.
Steph, Clay, and Kerr. What you mean? You just make them sit there and shoot.
literally
That's it. That's what they got to do.
10 hours a day.
Have y'all seen the rumors that the Kings want Pascal?
No.
Yeah, when they wanted him.
Yeah, how do you
The Warriors,
feel about Pascal on that Kings team?
Oh, on the Kings.
Yeah.
I don't know. They would have to move.
I saw the rumored trade package would be Buddy, Marvin, and then like 3 first-round picks.
Wow, Siakam worth 3 first, huh? Wow. That guy's come a long fucking way.
But I mean, yeah, take that with a grain of salt because that was on Twitter, you know. But
No,
Pascal with them would not be bad. Him and De'Aaron Fox running the floor, you know, I kind of like that a lot. But again, it's just a rumor. Thought I'd bring it up because it was an interesting one, a different one. Instead of him going to the Warriors, going to the Lakers, you know, all those big teams. It's like, hey, the Kings want him. Kings trying to make a push, but
we got to figure that out. Staying on LA teams, you obviously basically went over everybody, except for the new aged Los Angeles Lakers.
New age, he says.
Retirement home or nah?
Nah, they're old. Don't get me
the
wrong.
average age is 31 years. I did the math. Average age for that team is 31 years old.
It is
That's
30.
They're up there in age.
I think it's 31.2 years or 31.8, something like that.
Yeah,
Officially going into the
30.2.
season, it is the oldest basketball team ever assembled, oldest roster ever. Like, this is the collection of past their prime players right now.
Most experience.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't say retirement home. Like, LeBron is pushing 37.
He turns 37 in December,
And
the end of
that's
this year.
that's their oldest player?
No.
Who's 37 already?
I think he is the old. I think he is the oldest.
He's almost
Actually.
38. I might be wrong.
I think LeBron's their oldest
He
player.
might be.
So with that, you know, that's King James at the end of the day. That's 4 rings, 4 finals MVPs right there. And if anybody is going to do it with older players, it's going to be him. And you got Chuck Brook and you got fucking.
Hey.
I don't hate Westbrook. He just chucks. I love Westbrook. He's awesome. He's an awesome player. In my opinion, he just chucks. And I feel like if he, you know, like put some less chucking in and more like precision, you know, when you think about it a little bit, he'd be more efficient. But he's still a great player. That's Mr. Triple Double. I've got no hate towards that man. But yeah, the Lakers are old, but not retirement home old. They're gonna slap some teams around.
Oh,
No
yeah.
bullshit.
You also got to think about the other pieces they got to go with it, right? They got Malik Monk, who showed at times he can be up there for scoring.
Yeah.
They got Kendrick Nunn, a young point guard who played with the Heat. So LeBron knows what that Heat organization's like.
Kendrick Nunn got buckets on them in the bubble.
Taylor Horton Tucker, 20 years old, just got an extension as well. And, you know, the age is brought up, but Anthony Davis is still like 28, and Westbrook's only 32, so they'll still be there for
Westbrook is 32, but he got the young legs.
Exactly. The fucking 21-year-old legs.
They are old right now. They're set up for the future, though, too.
I don't know what they see in THT because clearly they see something, you know, like he's the one that stayed. You know what I'm saying? Like, out of everybody, like
Kuzma was the one to stay, too, just saying.
that's what I'm saying. But I don't know what the fuck they saw in Kuz, and I was saying it his freshman year, his rookie year.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's some shiest. I hear it though. What they see in him was like something.
A
Because
good team.
as I've complained about before, I don't like comparing super young players to like literal fucking MVP caliber players. But their hope was he had the James Harden-esque quality to his game. That was like the way that they were looking at him. That he has a
I
bit
would
of.
like whatever they were smoking.
He kind of has that odd shooting guard build where he's not like he's kind of stocky, long armed, got some handle, can get to the rim. Like he has bits and pieces. That's what they're hoping for.
I got you.
So, I mean, Tyler Hero was supposed to be fucking Devin Booker, and Devin Booker's supposed to be fucking Kobe. So take all that shit with a grain of salt, people. Take it all with a grain of salt. So that's kind of what they see in THT though. I do like the Monk and the Kendrick Nunn additions because they need to have that youth in the backcourt. Even though the more and more I think about it, the more and more I want LeBron to actually just play point guard in that team and just be point.
Westbrook as shooting guard.
You move Russell to the 2 guard and you look at him.
Have to move to 3.
You move Russ to the 2 and you say, "Hey, I need you to do what D Wade did. Get the ball, go to the rim. Don't shoot." Dwayne Wade, look it up. Never an amazing shooter. Never was, never has been. Just get to the rim, go cut, be a slasher, catch the lobs, do all the stuff D Wade did pretty
I
much.
think he's gonna make another picture.
Shoot when you're open, don't just chuck a bunch of shots. But I think if anyone can get him right, it could be Bron. And I think he should be at the 2. And I actually think Anthony Davis should just start off the bat every game, just start at the 5. Start at the 5. You roll out Ariza and Bazemore at the 3 and the 4. You got your defense to cover you up. Then you roll out Howard off the bench. Make it easier. Because if you're doing Howard, Davis, Bron, and Russ,
you got no bench.
Not the bench. I don't know where the shooting's coming from. With Russ, LeBron, AD, and Dwight Howard starting 5. It has to be Wayne Ellington to start, but his defense is piss poor. So who's guarding the other team's best guard on that starting 5? LeBron? Russ? Ellington? That starting 5 isn't going to get the defense
shooters.
Yeah.
I seen a meme that it was like, what team's beating this Lakers lineup? And it was that lineup you said.
Yeah.
I think with THT at the.
A lot of people had THT in at the 2 too.
And somebody was like, the 3-point line.
Basically.
I started dying. I was like, yo, that's.
Dwight's not going to shoot a lot. AD is going to want to get down in the post. Russ is going to want a rim run. And LeBron's going to want a rim run. Like, there's not a lot of spacing in that
line. When they
lineup.
shoot, they're going to just chuck.
So it's
I
think they just have to figure out some lineup kings. They do have a ton of shooting though. You got Melo, Ariza,
Melo was on the fucking Lakers.
You got
who's gonna come off the bench?
Probably, unless you
start him over Ariza.
Yeah, but the defense is even worse. Ariza's just a little bit better of a defender at this point in their careers. Well, always. Honestly,
I forgot.
Melo's there. Marc Gasol's there for when they do want to add shooting at the 5 and they want to move AD to the 4
and shoot though.
Yeah, that's why he should go to the 5 and just play 5 and stay at the 5. But he doesn't like playing the 5. He doesn't like getting bumped and hit and knocked around. He's a finesse.
He's a pansy.
Yes, he's a little fragile.
Fucking.
Got a lot of injuries, man. Calm down, all right?
This AD, I'm sorry.
What?
Another big team, the Bulls.
I take.
Yes.
What are the thoughts on the
Winners of free agency.
I know.
The biggest winners of free agency.
Real quick, I know last week, I think it was, I said, I think I made a mistake on last week's podcast. I said something about Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan being reunited, and nobody corrected me.
That wasn't a mistake. That was what a lot of people were thinking.
There's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of potential things happening.
All right, so it must have been before the trade, because I feel like I said that like after the trade, and I was thinking that they were on the same team. But
no, there was a lot of talks of them potentially reunited. DeRozan actually was in LA. The Clippers were driving to his house to go meet him, and I was almost for sure. It's like, wow, DeMar is going to the Clippers. On their drive up there, DeMar calls them back and says, "Hey, y'all don't need to show up. I'm shining with Chicago." Damn. Sent them right back down the highway. Now we got Lonzo and Caruso with DeMar DeRozan joining Levine and Vucevic, Kobe White. Markkanen looking like he's getting out of there. You still got Williams. They got to fix that bench up a little bit, but
That team looks good, though. That starting five looks good.
hey, Chicago.
That they could beat the Lakers.
How many games do y'all think the Bulls
I'm
are winning?
saying like a 7-game series. I'm not saying in like the playoffs.
I don't know who is the top. Brooklyn, Sixers, Bucks are all probably going to be better than the Bulls. So they might not even be a top 4, as crazy as it sounds, because you still got to deal with Miami. Granted, Miami did a lot of the same as the Lakers. They got a lot older. They added 35-year-old PJ Tucker, or 30. Actually, I think him and Lowry are both turning 36 by the time the year starts. Something like that. So they're adding more old people, but I think Miami will be a bit better this year.
The Hawks will still be good.
The Hawks are still there.
The Knicks will probably be good.
Knicks made a bunch of deals.
The Hornets.
They'll be
Kemba.
They got Kemba and Fournier, so they basically got a pair of 20-point scorers right there.
We haven't got nobody yet. Besides the Celtics.
I don't want to talk about it. They're fucking dumb. We're bad. I don't want to talk about the Celtics today. They're horrible. They're not making me happy. Not happy about the shit we're doing right now. But Chicago, 48 wins. I think if it's
Really?
if it's an 82-game season, like it normally is, 48 and 34, I believe, is what the math goes out to. But that's what I'm going with. There'll be 14 games over.
I gave them 43 wins. I don't. It's funny that you say 48 because that's not even my question. The question was brought up to us in the PlayStation party yesterday by Lamont.
40.
Shout out Lamont. He said 49 to 50 wins because I asked him if it's going to be an 82-game season again. He said he doesn't think so. He said he thinks it's going to stay at 72. If it is 82, I can see them winning more than 43. But if it's still a 72 game, I feel like 43 is that's
43 and 29. Yeah, 43 and 29 sounds about right.
I give them 40 wins.
14. Yeah, I'll still give them about 14 games over 500 because it's going to be the regular season. So a lot of these teams are going to be resting. There will be players that are taking nights off. So they're going to get some wins early and often, most likely. They got to play the Cavs in their division a bunch of times. The Cavs aren't looking too hot. They still got Detroit.
Flash.
Detroit is super, super young. Still a good team, but still young. And I know Atlanta and the Knicks made the playoffs, but it's going to be really important to see if those weren't fluke years. Like last year wasn't just
a good year.
Exactly. Is Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks a playoff team? Is this a real playoff team? Is this an actual Eastern Conference Finals contender, or is that just
due to injury,
a fluke year that you just so happen to get there off the luck? Same with the Knicks. Is your regular season defense one of the best in the league going to carry to the playoffs? Because you stunk it up in the playoffs. So there's a chance that Chicago can get up somewhere in the top 4 seed. They could even go up to the top 3. Again, regular season is totally different. I believe Milwaukee was a 4 seed this year. I think they were the 4th seed, ended up winning. The Lakers, injury riddled, ended up being a 7th seed after the playing game. So you never know what's going to happen, but Chicago definitely has a chance. Definitely has a chance. They have a lot of young players. They're the opposite of the Heat and the Lakers. They didn't get a lot older, but they kept a lot of young legs and added some experience. And I don't think enough people are looking at that. That's like that team doesn't have a lot of defense either. The Lonzo, if it goes Lonzo, Levine, DeMar, Vucevic, with Willis in there, there's not a ton with Williams. Yeah. There's not a ton of defense there. So that's really where they're going to struggle at. But there's a lot of firepower. Levine's 27 points a game by himself. Vucevic has been 22 to 25. Lonzo gets
DeRozan was 22-7.
and DeRozan is a 22 to 25. DeRozan's best year when he was the man, which I don't think he's obviously not going to be the man on this team, he was putting up 28, 29. So DeRozan gets buckets, no matter which way you look at it.
DeMar.
It's going to be a problem. Absolute problem.
Look at this guy, DeMar.
DeMar is a problem, bro. Thoughts on Miami? Jimmy also signing a big fat deal. Coming
What's
back.
that? That's Kyle Lowry.
I believe it's going to be Lowry,
Butler,
Duncan Robinson, Jimmy, PJ, and Bam. I believe they want Hero coming off the bench because he's
Blackett.
Spark plug.
no, he's just a better. He's better than Duncan Robinson, but Robinson, if you put Robinson on the bench, you can't create his own offense. He's not going to be able to go get them a bucket.
Oh, so
Where Hero can if he comes in as that combo guard role.
yeah.
Tyler Hero is their spark plug. I think the Heat, they'll be good. I don't think they'll get back to the finals like they were in the bubble year, but they are definitely better than what they were. I don't see them getting swept in the first round this year. I'll put it that way. So I do like them.
Anyone was expecting that.
Nobody saw them getting swept last year.
I think that was very, very surprising.
That was very surprising. The finals team takes 4 fucking L's in a row. The previous year final team that took the Lakers to what, 5 games? 6 games?
5.
5 games.
I think they won the one that Jimmy.
Wasn't it 7?
No, I think it went to 6.
I thought it was a lot. I thought it was a.
It might have been 6, but definitely not 7.
I think it was 6. I think
Definitely not
I think it was 6.
Definitely not 7. I know they won one, which was the Jimmy 40-point triple-double where he was fucking gassed at the end of the game.
That picture.
Yeah, I know they won that one. I know
They won a couple. I think they won 2. It was 6. But yeah. Shout out Jimmy, man. Jimmy buckets. If you see this ever, man.
All right, what other teams we got? I mean, I don't know. Miami got some shit. The Celtics obviously not too much.
Wow.
Brooklyn was pretty quiet. Added Patty Mills.
Patty Mills.
Patty Mills was
That's
crazy last night. I don't know if anybody saw Patty Mills'
49
stats. 45 with 9. 9 assists.
40, yeah, that's what it was. 45 and 9. That's right.
Patty Mills cooking up. Like I tweeted
Yeah,
out.
he said
That's a
time,
good
man.
pickup. Yeah.
He was like, "You're gonna hate over there in Boston."
Yeah, Jason came and said, "Fuck out of here," and then the coach came out and said, "We know how to stop Patty Mills' ass already, so we're good. We're good. Right, we're fine. They were pretty quiet. Other contenders, Chris Paul obviously going back to Phoenix.
Yep.
No, you're a CP3 fan. What you thinking? You guys finals bound again?
No.
No. God, no. Hell no. I mean,
What are they? They're running it back.
it's not impossible. It's not impossible for them to go back, but it's going to be a lot harder. So we'll see.
They get the
See what they
Lakers
can do.
in the first round again. They're not winning.
Thoughts on you guys trading and getting Landry Shamet?
Why do you keep saying I'm not a Suns fan? I'm just a Chris Paul fan. But I like Landry Shamet.
And that's a
because he
former
used to be a
Clipper.
Clipper.
And it's a former
That's
Clipper.
what I'm saying. He used to be a Clipper. I was depressed. Not depressed. Bad word to use for that. I was saddened when we traded him because he's a 3-and-D guy. And those are the people that you need. Him going to the Suns to be off that bench, be another 3-and-D for him. That's a great pickup.
You're a great pickup.
Thanks, man.
Oh,
The game we play. When we don't play without, when we play without you.
I'm done. Here's your 2K moment. I feel like we do this every couple episodes where we express how much we love Mamba on 2K.
It's a fucking mess without you, bro.
DPOY.
We lost the Tracy game the other day. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh my! Don't even get me. Oh.
Good.
Oh my fault. I went 7 for 7 and 4 for 4 from the 3-point line. Okay, I was getting. Yeah, nah.
It's a tragedy, huh? Tragedy.
Yeah.
What other teams made some big plays today? I'm trying to think of who else.
Today, nobody.
Not today.
Well,
Who else made it? I feel
what's
like
the-
there's another team I'm missing. that I
There's
wanted
a
to
player
talk
I
about.
wanted to
Hornets
ask
real
about that
quick. You
wasn't
mentioned
back.
Laurie.
Who?
Laurie Markkinen was rumored to be going to the Hornets at one point, and then
Yeah,
the
the
Hornets
Hornets are
went
very
out and signed
interesting team.
Oubre.
Somebody else is going to the Hornets.
Kelly
And
Oubre
it's
is
Oubre
going to
Jr.
the
Oubre, my Warrior guy. Yeah.
I mentioned this earlier. I don't like this signing because Oubre with the Warriors is like, yeah, I'm not coming off the bench. I don't want to come off the bench.
That means he wants to start.
He's going to the Hornets. Who does he start over?
Don't
The starting lineup is LaMelo,
Yeah,
Terry,
yeah.
Gordon,
Bro,
PJ, and whoever their center is.
the Hornets had to offer him more money than
And then-
John Beck.
Plumlee. They just got
Real
Plumlee
quick,
from Detroit, and then I think they still have Zeller there too.
I wouldn't even make Kelly my seventh man on that team. I would have Miles over him. Miles, in my opinion, is at this point better than Kelly Oubre.
They had to have offered him more money to sit on the bench.
2 years, $25 million is what he got.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, so it's like it's not bad. He was probably going to get a little less to sit on the Warriors bench. That's how I see it, because it looks like he's going to sit on the bench in Charlotte. He was definitely going to sit on the bench for the Warriors. Like that was already said. Like after the fucking play-in games, they were like, we want Oubre to stay, but we want him to be a bench player, you know. So that's his agreement or non-agreement. But
The more I think about it, the more I agree. I don't know where he's going to play, but I like the fit. He's a guy that he can get you 15 to 20 points. He's going to get you some rebounds, and he's going to play defense. He's averaged like a steal and a half over like the last like 3 or 4 seasons. So he plays defense, super athletic. He's going to love playing with LaMelo. LaMelo throws lobs and amazing passes everywhere. Just go look at Bridges' highlights last year.
yep,
Some of the best dunks of the year came from the LaMelo to Miles Bridges connection, whether it's a regular pass or a lob. So him and Oubre are going to go crazy flying through the air. I think, especially because they moved off of Graham, I think that puts the ball more in Hayward's hands more when LaMelo isn't in the game. So I think we're going to see more Hayward point forward, and that's sort of where Oubre will get some of his minutes. But off the bench, I don't know. I don't know why he went that route. I'm not.
Like you said, I like the fit because he is another athletic body form, and LaMelo's going to love throwing lobs to him. It's just the whole, where is your mind at? Because you said you don't want to play off the
Where
bench.
exactly do you fit? Your play style fits, but you don't fit minutes and rotation
he
wise.
would have been valid. He would have been valid on the Warriors bench.
I mean, yeah, he would have been coming off the bench with Oubre and Otto Porter Jr., who also went over.
Valid off of anybody's bench, Jeremy.
Nah, valid off the Warriors bench, because think about it. You got Steph, Clay, Iggy again, Draymond, and Looney starting 5. Big boom. That's, in my opinion, I feel like Looney can do.
I don't think they start Iggy. I'm not starting Iggy over Andrew Wiggins.
I forgot Andrew Wiggins.
I'm not starting Iggy over Wiggins.
Did I say
Also
Iggy?
not
I meant
starting
Wiggy.
Looney over
I meant
Wiggins.
Wiggy. But yeah. And then you got the bench of Oubre, Otto Porter Jr., Iggy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That could be that. They have potential.
that's a good bench. But
Can I ask a question about the Warriors real quick?
go ahead.
Why do they hate Wiseman so much?
I don't know.
I already said my fucking piece about the Warriors to you guys like 2 weeks ago.
Say it
You
again.
guys
I do
know my
not
stance
understand.
on this.
Say it again.
Keep what you got. You keep Wiggins.
Oh,
you
yeah,
keep
no.
Wiseman. You keep Kuminga now, and you keep Moody. That's it. That is your core 4. Wiggins is only, I think, 25 or 26. He's a 20-point per game scorer. He played the best defenses of his fucking career last year.
Yes, he did.
Look it up. He actually got votes to be placed on the all defensive teams. He was one of the better defenders in the league this year. And considering Steph is 33 and just signed that big ass deal, Draymond is a very unathletic 32, and Clay just blew out his knee, not once, but twice. You don't know what kind of player you're getting back on offense or on defense. So you got Kuminga, 18 years old, youngest player in the draft, super athletic, super high motor. You got Moody, Two things I keep hearing about Moody: great teammate, great locker room guy.
Freshman, all team. He was
Which-
on like the
Which
He
goes
was great,
perfectly
bro.
for the guys like Draymond and Looney. These are guys that are bench guys, teammates, locker room people. So Moody fits in with the culture. And second thing that gets brought up, his shooting ability and how far he can shoot.
you
Jeremy's
see
out here
this man
praying.
praying.
I'm
He's
praying for
that
Clay.
plays
I
in-
want Clay to come back as Clay Thompson. Okay.
And then you have Wiseman, who's a 20-year-old, 7'1" center that has the ability to be Joel Embiid-esque. He has the ability to be able to go out there and
He's
get you
good.
potentially 25 and 12 and 2 blocks
Y'all
a
hate
game.
him.
He has
Didn't he
potential
tear
to
his
be a
ACL?
problem. He got he had a short injury. It was something in his knee. It might have been knee tendonitis or something like that. He didn't have a
He's
major
a guy.
injury,
I know he got injured,
but
but yeah.
they have the potential of just figuring it the fuck out,
They have
having
You know what
a
I'm saying?
massive
That's
window.
a
if you
big
just grind it out.
that's a bench three.
There's
right there.
just the team has so much fucking potential.
Moody,
and
Kaminga, Wiseman.
I just
with
don't like
Iggy and
the
Otto
idea
Porter.
of
Boom.
getting rid of all the young players just to get a bunch of old players and fitting Curry like this. The thought that Curry's only has 3 years left. Curry has like maybe 4, 5 years left. He can play till he's 38. He's a small player. He shoots. He doesn't run to the rim a lot. He doesn't jump a lot. So his knees are good. He has a chance to play till he's 38.
He's gonna play till he's 40.
Nash played till he was 40.
Like Steve.
Grant Hill played till he was 40, 41. Vince Carter played till he was 42, I think is what it was.
Yeah, literally.
That man was 56.
Like, Luis Scola still playing and he's 40, whatever it was that we looked up. So, Curry has the
42.
potential. If he could stay healthy, obviously he has knee issues. He fucked up his hand. Everything's good now. He had an MVP caliber year.
His ankle issues.
They do have the potential to be a really good team with years to come up. CP3-esque. In the next 3 years, Moody, Kaminga, and Wiseman might be ready to take the next step over Curry. Curry decides, I'll
be the
go from scoring 30 to scoring 17, 18 points a game and just racking up assists. Because Curry's on the court, you're going to guard him no matter what.
Especially if you can shoot.
We saw what the Bucks did with Harden, and Harden was injured. They guarded James Harden like it was 100% James Harden. Just the threat of Curry being out there for the next couple of years is going to benefit these guys, and I think they should just keep them. Just keep all your young studs. Just
Stop hating on your own players, Warriors fans.
Stop hitting on your players, man. Seriously.
Hey, man. If
Seriously,
I was the
dude.
coach, it'd be different.
I want to say, I think
We'd have no cap space.
I think Nick Wright said it when Jalen Suggs fell from 4 to 5 to the Magic, that the Warriors should have made a call. Because if they were looking for a ready-to-win now player,
Jalen Suggs.
they should have went and got Suggs. I'm trying to think. I don't know if it was Nick Wright, now that I think about it. But when I figure it out, I'm going to let you guys know.
So Jalen Suggs went to the Kings?
He ended up going to the Magic
The
at
Magic.
5.
That sucks.
But if you wanted a ready-to-now plug-in player that's going to instantly impact your team, Jalen Suggs, trading up for Suggs could have been something the Warriors needed. And
that sucks.
the more I think about it, the more I absolutely love the thought of Jalen Suggs on Golden State. I'm not even going to lie.
That sucks for Jalen
I would have
Suggs.
loved that.
No cap.
I would have loved it.
I mean, yeah, you went to the NBA. I'm happy for you. You got drafted, but you're on the worst team.
Man, he's chilling in Orlando. You think he'd give a fuck?
No,
man?
he don't give a
Kid.
fuck. He's gonna
He's out on
play.
the
He's gonna
beach.
play.
Definitely is not chilling with the
Orlando,
Florida
be out.
Heat, bro. I'll tell you that.
He's caking right now.
Nah, this year will be another competitive year. More teams got better. Some teams stayed the same, but even them staying the same, still great. I'm just ready for the basketball to come back. Off season's done.
I'm
Love
already ready too.
off-season, but can we get some games going again? And I know summer league's going on. I just don't know where to watch it. So
The summer league and
Yeah.
they're I think NBA TV, NBA Network, whatever it is, you can find them. You can look up online live streaming sites; they'll be up there. All those
we're
teams-
not promoting those. Those are no.
We don't use streaming sites, dude. Promise.
No, not Stream East, not Buck Streams, none of those.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up. All right, we're gonna wrap it up here. We'll end this week's episode. We'll be back next week with some more topics. Obviously, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, notification bell, turn on the noties, follow on every social media you can find us on. Upload weekly videos. Just trying out different things for you guys. Still got to make some more improvements for y'all. Jeremy's on the water jug challenge.
Comment and tell me what you think is in here. First person to guess and comment correctly gets $10 from me personally on Cash App.
You know if someone's gonna say it's like rum.
Hey, anybody can say whatever it is. It's brown like Hennessy. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all. Have a nice day. Have a nice week. Love y'all. Stay safe.
Word.